Oi, 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 oi. What have you done, Plarium? What have you gone and done now? But hey, this Community Week's gift is actually pretty good. So, you know, wins and L's. So what is up, guys? This is Corp, and a lot is happening this morning. This champion chase is sweaty. Might actually be the most expensive champion chase I've ever seen, ever, to try and, get fusion components. We'll get into exactly how many sacreds this is likely to cost you in just a second, man. But check out the freebies, bro. The Community Week's gift is actually great. I'm gonna be honest, man, I logged into the game and I saw this. I was like, huh, this is really, really cool. I guess I'll shoot a quick video on this. We're gonna go ahead and check out the free gifts. It's a daily login thing, but you eventually end up getting yourself a free primal shard, legendary skill tome, very, very, very nice premium rewards. I thought to myself, oh, how lovely of you, Plarium. What a lovely thing to do, you know? It's a little bit strange, right? The anniversary events and stuff were last month. That's already come and gone. What's all this about? And you know what, man? I think this Champ Chase tournament explains it a little bit, because this on its own might have been too much of a missile dropkick to the groin to be tolerable without some freebies. That's my theory, at least, man. Let's get to it in just a second. If you guys are looking to create a new raid account, get that done right now, man, with the best beginner promo link in the world that offers Corvis the Corruptor and 3 free epic champions. You can find that link below this video at the top of the description box, man. So use that link if you're ever looking to start off a new raid account, or if you've got a friend who's looking to start playing raid, send them that link down below, man. And of course, on day one of your new account, don't forget to enter beginner code RAID7. So grab yourself Pelops the Corruptor? What's Pelops' adage? Whatever. Pelops the Muscular and Corvis the Corruptor is just your best possible start, man. Okay. Champion Chase tournament. What are we talking here, right? So we knew that the champion fragments were going to be guaranteed in this Champion Chase tournament, right? That should have been the first red flag in hindsight. And now we know if there's ever guaranteed bonus fragments in a Champ Chase and they are not attached to your placement in the tournament, now we know to expect that missile dropkick, right? You live and you learn, okay? Unless you're Plarium, in which case you never learn. So this one's a stinger. I mean, this is around how many points you'd expect to grab 25 fragments from a Champ Chase tournament. Most people will be happy with that. Okay, fine, whatever. The problem is that as soon as people found out, like people with their ear to the ground sort of found out that, the champion fragments for Frisbee are going to be guaranteed in the Champ Chase. That means I can skip some events, right? Wrong, okay? Wrong. Because it's not like the 50 fragments are easy to get and the 25 is the extra. Nah, the 25 fragments are the easy one to get and the 50 fragments, the ones that you need desperately to finish the fusion if you skipped even a single event so far. Those have gone and been the fragments that are really, really hard to get. And how hard are these to get, right? It's a 2x right now on Sacred Shards, which I predicted. And I think, a lot of other people predicted. I'm not the only person who did this, but a lot of people were sort of hoping and praying. And, it could be Engine Shards, man. It could be Engine Shards. Man, it was only ever going to be like a 10% chance that was going to be Engine Shards. In fact, I've got a video coming up a little bit later on today that's going to deep dive on that, right? And talk about sort of the metagame of getting inside of Plarium's head when it comes to events and sort of being able to tell the future a little bit inside of Raid, right? Anyways, it's a 2x event on Sacred Shards. How many Sacred Shards is it going to cost you, on average, to get 5,500 points in this Champ Chase? Woo! Oi, oi, oi. So a Sacred Shard event, even on a 2x, is still only a 12% chance of pulling a legendary. That means that if you pull 10 Sacred Shards, you're gonna, on average, pull 1.2 legendary champions, okay? Sometimes you're gonna get lucky and get 2, but really, you're an outlier if that happens. You're most likely to just pull 1 legendary in 20 shards, or in 10 shards, excuse me, right? And that will only bag you about 2,750 points. Halfway there. Meaning, 20 Sacred Shards. I kind of spoiled it because I slipped up a little bit earlier on. 20 Sacred Shards is what you need to pull if you are looking to, on average, hit 5,500 points in this champion chase, right? 20 Sacred Shard pulls. On average, you're going to pull 2.4 legendary champions, which are worth 500 points, and an epic champion pull is worth 250 points. Again, you might get lucky and get there faster. If you pull, 4 legendary champions, you might only have to pull 14 or 15 Sacred Shards, which is still a hell of a lot. Now, obviously, it's absolutely crucial that you mitigate as much of this problem as possible in any fusion event that you can by saving fusing champions and summoning your fragment summons like the Frisbee copies right here, saving these to do these during the champ chase itself. Every Frisbee that we fuse during this event, Thisbe, 250 points from each of these as well, so that's going to mitigate some of the damage. Every one of these that you fuse is basically saving one Sacred Shard, pretty much. This is on my free-to-play account, by the way, where I'm skipping the fusion, but I'm just collecting fragments for Thisbe so that I can fuse copies of it in a future champion chase that I actually want to do, which ain't this one, right? Because this one is, it's 2x on Sacred Shards. It's just a bad event to pull on in the first place. It doesn't ever feel good, really, to pull on a 2x for Sacred Shards. It's almost never a good idea. Sacred Shards are a much, much more valuable resource worth 500 points per pull in a Summon Rush event. And so if you can save them for pulling in a Summon Rush event in a future fusion, you only have to pull like 6 to get through a Summon Rush. Whereas this, yeah, like 19, probably 20 Sacred Shards to get the 5,500 points, if you are not summoning any Frisbees, which you should be, is absolutely unbelievable. But even if you're summoning a couple of copies, or like 3 copies of Thisbe during this, it's still going to be like 16 or 17 Sacred Shards that you're pulling. That's absolutely mad. That's mad. Especially when you consider that, okay, you're going to get this Mavara fusion done. If you're planning on using this Mavara in PvP, which she is a speed aura champion, right? You can guarantee, or it's very, very likely, like 90% chance that there's going to be some kind of event for Mavara's soul after this fusion as well. And what, are you going to take her into live arena without at least like without like a 5-star soul? You can, but you're going to get your ass kicked. She kind of needs the soul. And honestly, I'm expecting, this is just my prediction, I'm expecting a Titan event for her soul. I think it's going to be a 2-week-long event. And so that means that there's going to be a Summon Rush in there as well. And so you're going to need to pull 6 Sacred Shards for that, at a minimum, to get through that Summon Rush event, because a Titan event is basically a fusion event attached to the end of a fusion. So, like, what are we doing? Right, you're going to go ahead and pull like 16, 17 Sacred Shards for this champ chase? And then you're going to have enough Sacreds ready for the Titan event? I mean, it's doubtful for a lot of players, you know? Now, luckily for me, I didn't actually, I haven't skipped any events in this fusion event so far on my main account, and I sort of low-key did that because I just don't trust champion chase tournaments ever, especially if there is a sacred 2x event scheduled, you know? And I don't know Plarium schedules. I know I can predict them, though, with like 90% accuracy. And so I was very, very sure it was going to be a 2x event on Sacred Shards. As soon as I heard that there were guaranteed fragments in the champ chase, that should have set off some alarm bells as well. But I thought to myself, you know what? It's a 2x in Sacred Shards. It's probably not going to be a very fun champ chase tournament to pull for. I'm just going to pull for the Summon Rush and play it safe, you know, on this occasion. And it's paid off because now on my main account, I only have to get the 25 fragments and I'm good. I can stop there, right? Which is already painful enough because this is going to cost like, 7 or 8 sacreds on its own, which kind of blows. But at least I don't have to go for the 5,500 points, you know? Oh my goodness. I tell you what, there are going to be a lot of people throwing in the towel on this fusion now. Because the thing about Mavara is that she's a very, very, very good champion. She's a very, very good champion. But the thing that's really, really tempting about her for people is that her passive on her A1 has the potential to be unbelievable with future champion releases, right? Allies under the Fervor buff, which is not a very common buff inside of Raid right now, have a 50% chance of joining in the attacks of other allies under Fervor. It's a potential spam ally attack passive sort of mechanic in Mavara's kit. And so you can imagine if like 4 months from now, 5 months from now, and it's a big if, but we have to entertain the idea. If a really, really good champion comes out and maybe like it's a future fusion champion that just brings a 210 duration, 310 cooldown AoE fervor buff for your entire team, and it's actually like a good champion as well into areas of the game like your Hydras and stuff like that, right? The longer form content inside of Raid, and you can combine that champion with a Mavara. Oh my god. Like, that's going to be absolutely nuts, okay? That's going to be absolutely crazy. And so the ceiling for this champion is off the charts. And that's kind of why people may be tempted to just pull for this anywhere, even if it is a little bit of a kick to the nuts sort of event. Won't lie, though, it's a bit of a stinker, as nice as the freebies are. I do seriously feel like Plarium sort of rolled this out. Like, they've had this Community Weeks gift sort of just ready to go on the back burner. You thought, you know what, man? This champ chase is a little bit of a kick to the scrotal area. Let's just go ahead and release this in the same model as we released the champion chase. How about that, man? Which, hey, it's a great Community Weeks gift. It's a great amount of free stuff, man. Very, 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 very cool. But man, am I glad that I haven't missed a single event in the Fusion form of Varus. I don't have to go balls deep with my Sacred Shard pulls on my main account where I'm actually going for the Fusion, you know. Woo! Let me know what you guys think down below, man. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys look to create a new raid account, get that done right now by clicking on the beginner link that's down below this video at the top of the description box. And use that link right now, gosh darn it, to create your new raid account with all the free stuff that you see on screen. Right now, it's the best beginner promo link going. Looking for a fresh start, it's the link to use. Or if you've got a friend who's looking to start playing raid, send them that beginner link, man. They shan't regret it. Well, unless they try to do the Mavara Fusion in the first week of their account and just get absolutely annihilated by the Sacred Shard of Champ Chase. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to catch all of you guys in the next one.